Must be one of those fancy Hollywood countdowns I'm not familiar with.
Or it's a Monty Python moment. The Castle of All.
Yeah. If he was dying, he wouldn't have carved out. Maybe he was dictating. So, welcome back, everybody. Looks like we're up and going and good. Thanks for coming back. For the folks that did after our reset, we fiddled with some stuff. Things should be smoother now. Please let us know how audio and video is once we, now that we're back. I can't tell myself. So, there we are. Okay.
Yeah.
Looks like it is capping us at 7:20 though, which it usually doesn't do. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for sticking with us. All right, so your plan was getting the folks loaded into a cart, getting them back to the religious order in the rectory over outside of Y. You're going to ride out of town with the cart and then sort of peel off and check on something on your way out of town. Is that the plan?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're going to do for the evening? Or you said you're going to hunt?
I figured I would try that to find us some more sustainable food than the rations that we have.
Okay. So go ahead and make a survival check for me. See how you do. And Alamar appears to be doing some homework. So what are you guys doing for the evening?
There's a scroll that we have that I was going to see if I can read.
Okay.
Maybe find out what it is.
Okay. Yeah, make an Arcana check for me. It'll just take you a little bit.
12.
Yeah.
17.
17. Okay. You doing anything but kicking back?
Maybe I'll just turn the house over one more time for any more thinking.
Okay. Make an investigation check. Let me know what you get. The scroll written in Yip Yap. So that's the Kobold dialect of Draconic. Yip Yap. I'm not making that up.
Like that little dog at the sauna today.
Yes. I went to the sauna. They had a Yorkie.
It was so cute.
Very. It looks like it was sort of, from what you can tell, it's not new. It kind of looks like at a 17. Yeah. It looks kind of like somebody was being taught the spell. This kind of looks like a little bit of homework. So like they were writing down what they know about the spell. But the fundamentals for the jump spell are what is on this scroll. Okay. So with the right knowledge and component, you could actually cast the spell with this scroll. Okay. What you find in the book, Joe, is there. It is a spell book, and it looks like it was an inherited spell book from, you're assuming, a kobold, if not the kobold that was in the chair. Mm-hmm. A lot of it is originally in that broken kobold dialect, which, yip yap. Yeah. There are indicators there that there's necromantic magic at play. There are notes on the revivification circle and the ritual that goes with it. There's not anything there specifically about how it works or is built, but there's some notes explaining how to use it. Okay. It does seem to be tied to reanimating kobolds in that fashion. And with the blood of the kobolds spilt on their homeland, it is specifically tied to that location and more or less to that tribe. It has to be the tribe's homeland. But yes, kobolds of that tribe that live there, whose blood is spilled on that land. And there's a note indicating that they don't have to die on that land. Their blood just needs to be spilled on that land for the spell to work, which means it could be done on somebody that is dying.
Okay.
Yeah, it animates them with a vengeance. There are notes about controlling them, which it's not magic, but doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary. You just have to exert effort to keep them under your control, or they do their own thing, and that's not usually good. There are several notes toward the back of the book that are in looks like probably Paul's handwriting. It's common and it's really bad handwriting, and it's larger than the kobold script. It sort of talks about using the storm and the jump spell to make the idiots think that the trouble is coming from the heavens. So it sort of just illustrates that part of the scheme. And there's some other notes about something that he's trying to research on his own, but he doesn't really have the knowledge to do so. And there's not enough understanding in the book to actually lend any understanding to you. It's sort of like he found something and he's trying to figure out how it works. And there is a symbol that is in the book over and over. There's something arcane about it, and it's just a magical symbol. And he's trying to understand the magic of the symbol because he has
found a symbol somewhere and he's trying to understand.
He has seen it used, and he wants to understand how it works.
Okay.
And it doesn't seem to have anything to do with necromancy.
Okay. So, gleaning from that, we know that these creatures have infected the people in the village, and so that's going to be bad if that progresses too far.
Does it say anything about?
There are indicators at the beginning that he was being tutored on these spells.
Yeah.
So apparently he knew that person in the chair.
Okay. Yeah.
Weird.
Okay.
But they'd been dead a long time. Oh, 20 years.
Maybe he knew how to speak with the dead.
Paul's only been out of the village for a little over a year.
Right, but there still would have
He
been.
found tutor someplace else, or maybe he found a tutor in one of the kobolds, or that's all a mystery. That answer yet. So,
But
we can go back, see if we can find some answers.
yeah, I guess.
But my only other concern is when we want to make sure that they get back the infected, get back to
Okay.
the town as quickly as possible, because
There
if
wasn't
that
anything
goes
in there that
south really-
explained if the necromancer got infected by the kobolds, what to do.
No, makes more.
And your check was 20. Based on some of the descriptions and some of the notes that are written, because it was a spell that was very important to him, there is, you can tell there are notes there indicating that one of the spells in the book is Speak with Dead.
Okay. So, if he's speaking with, if the kobold's been dead a long time, he can still.
5 questions at a time. But yes, that you can tell, and it seems to be a very important spell.
What cave?
Any what?
Did we get anything else from the cave except for the book?
Yes.
We got a
yes,
couple
yes.
potions of
Potions.
healing. We got golden rings, 4 bracelets of gold. Let's just roll jump and
Can you?
1,600 copper and 30 gold
I can't
pieces.
tell what kind of potions those are.
Potion of healing.
Yeah, you know what
Regular
they are.
ones or?
Yes.
Okay. I just think it's weird that he knew that they caused infection,
Probably after studying.
but I mean, he wouldn't ask how to heal it. What if he got infected?
We did crossing, so
And you guys have been bitten, attacked by them, so it doesn't happen every time.
Weird.
Weird.
but it indicates the results of infected.
Yes, it indicates that that's one of the things that they can do.
Okay, and then eventually they turn.
Yes, which is why there's a note in there about it, because if you're not careful, if they make other zombies that you're not controlling, then
They become wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
so if you're controlling 2 zombies, but you come home to 4 zombies, you've only got control of 2 of them. That's not good. So there are notes in there for
So
his
we
own
need to make
caution,
sure
essentially.
that they make it to.
Good.
The only thing I'm thinking of is Shamoon. I'm thinking should still be part of that group because she's been caring for their wounds, and if it's left unattended by.
Ay, ay, ay.
Should we try to convince her before we go?
Maybe.
Or we all just go. The other alternative is we all just go, make sure they're fine, and then double back afterwards. But that's going to be weeks out
It
before we
is.
make it back.
It is. It is.
It's going to be 8
it'd be 5 days there if you ride with the cart. You could
Mhm.
probably make it back in 3 if for some reason you felt the need to
So we
ride
could
hard.
be back in a week.
Mm-hmm.
Or we could
If you wanted to.
Shaman to go with the cart and care for the people as they make it too.
I'm just thinking if there's a possibility that this entire time I hadn't considered the possibility that they were actually turning. They just seemed to be
That
sick.
if they don't,
So I'm rather nervous about them arriving at the rectory and
turn.
Looking at
If the
Okay,
disease
help.
kills them, they're supposed to turn,
Okay.
right. So and that
which is not usually how zombies are animated or
No.
created.
Zombies are.
right. So I'm almost thinking that I need to accompany them
To make sure they stay down.
and
Or do not die.
in a manner of speaking, yes. Because I don't know. Maybe I need to ride ahead so that we can send someone out. We can get a message out and get help sooner than by, you know what I'm saying, rather than waiting until we all arrive and then they send a message out for. I'm assuming my order has faster means of communication than horseback.
Yes,
So
it's just not at your disposal right now.
correct. So why don't I do that actually?
There
Um,
are also messengers that can be sent whose jobs are couriers and fast delivery of messages. It would still take a couple of days, but you could to the main junction, and you could find a courier there for probably 3 gold.
Yeah, why don't I do that?
That would hurry
and
a
get
message.
the missives and get the messages to them. They can
Okay.
send for
And that'll free us up to go back.
reinforcements. So that way, yeah,
Okay.
adding what you got from reading the book.
Okay.
I'm just going to add an addendum onto it, and that they need to.
How are you explaining, or what are you saying in regards to the fact that you're not returning with these people?
Probably more going on out there that we need to return to check.
Too many suspicious circumstances to leave.
Yeah, and I mean these people they need help faster, but what we're worried about is if we go get them help and take the time to come back, others might have taken action in that time.
Okay. And How vague are you leaving that? The urgency of what you're looking into, and you're worried about others taking action, your suspicions.
I'm gonna list out who I think it is because I know that this information is being passed on.
Yeah.
In terms of Thompson's reactions and kind of the oddities or inconsistencies that we're finding in the story of what happened and what's going on out there, or gets into the wrong hands, this could be really bad.
Okay. All right. Okay, so yeah, but you're still gonna send.
Faster and get a messenger already going.
Okay, so are you guys all still keeping the ruse or facade of
Yes.
riding out with the cart?
Yes.
You're just gonna break ahead and get the message set up. Okay. Okay, so this is just sort of a luck check to see what might come from you sending this message. It's not.
Natural 20.
Nice. Okay,
Kraken's up.
so what you find when you get there, it's visible that you're a cleric of the Order of Saloon. That it's fairly dire. The messenger offers to ride west, which is away from Y, but to a larger settlement to the west, about half a day's ride, and from there are orders that can reach out to your order magically with like a sending spell to pass your message. He can offer that, and he seems like he's trying to be helpful based on the way you present the problem and who you are. That would actually cost 8 gold because it's going to cost him 5 for them to send the sending spell, but that would immediately communicate up to 25 words that somebody at your order would receive immediately, more or less. Or for 3 gold, he thinks he can get to Y in about 2 days.
There is a member of my order at the rectory, isn't there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's also like Cedrin, the widow, that you could reach out to. You have to give them a description of who to reach out to, but because of the urgency of the situation and because out of just luckily respect for your order, he's giving you another option. You don't have to take it. But the word would get there quicker, but you would have to decide exactly what you're going to say. And this isn't a whammy or anything. This is just.
Well, yeah.
Luckily, it was an option that's there.
A member of my order that's at the rectory should be a much higher.
Oh, you mean to the town to the west? Or where you're from and why?
Where I'm from and why.
Yeah.
Should be a much higher.
They are, but they're 4 days away. Zombie versus zombie. And hello, James. I'm trying to monitor our video, but it looks terrible on my end. How choppy is it on your end? We've been having some connection issues from the studio today. But thanks for dropping in. Good to see you. James was playing a Ferengi in our Star Trek game. I think he's still in the Ferengi mines. For profit. And next to no investment. Because they make them so. They propagate.
That's how collapses of society happen.
It's just asking for an outbreak.
I'd been able to get this into the refrigerator for longer. I dislike room temperature water.
Oh man, I don't know.
The 25 words don't have to carry the entire.
Communicate with our order in a much more expedient method than.
He's not writing to Y. He's writing the opposite direction to a town that's closer to have the message sent magically.
Right.
Okay, and?
Why wouldn't he just ride to the directory faster?
Because he can get to one place in about 6 hours versus
And then send to
2
Telegram.
days.
Yeah. Okay.
So
And he's just offering it as an option.
I mean, I guess then I would do that.
For 8 gold.
Well, I was gonna say I wouldn't have known to take the gold with me, so no, because it's not like I have any
option then.
on me. I would just send him to the rectory.
Okay.
Yeah.
For 3 gold, he will get there as quickly as he can. He expects it. He promises you he's only going to stop once to rest. He can't ride the entire distance without rest.
Right.
He will be swapping horses and whatnot. It's part of what they have set up for what they do. But he does promise you, based on respect for your order and who you are and the urgency of the situation, that he will make the best time he can.
Don't fail me.
Yeah.
Has the magic to communicate with you, they just don't know to yet. You don't have any way to reach out to them.
Yeah. I just the senior cleric that's their will, so they should be able to, anyways.
All right.
Okay, so you've already gotten the courier on his way, the messenger on his way, by the time they catch up in the wagon. And you guys are about 5 hours out of Brusque when you've got all of this set up, and from here it's essentially a straight shot to Y. You're just following the main trade route.
Well, give instructions to our cart driver, carry on, and then they're going to be people from our order coming to visit you midway to make sure everything is good.
We're riding as a group.
There's something else we need to investigate, but continue on the path to make it to Y.
You guys are the ones that brought me out here.
Yes, and you're going to be perfectly fine on the rest of the way.
That wasn't the deal. This is not okay.
It's going to be perfectly fine. You're going to be good.
Try to persuade him, Joe. A roll could make this easy, so we'll see. But yeah, you guys obviously didn't tell him what the plan was.
17.
17. There's a couple of minutes of, I don't know how much you choose to explain, but like, why are we changing the plan? Where are you going? This is what's important. These people are sick.
Say, we have notified the order of Saloon. They're going to meet you halfway to Y, and they are going to take care of your townmates.
Okay. Yeah, and that's you guys. It takes just a couple minutes, but you guys do end up persuading. He's not happy about it because the plan changed, and now he's got 4 sick people that he does know and care about. And he's on his own on a trade route in a wagon.
So best to make the most haste possible.
So, yeah. Okay, so yeah, you guys spend a few minutes, and it basically boils down to the fact that he can't make you not go, so he's not happy about it, but it is what it is. he's going to carry on. It's not like he throws a tantrum.
No. What? He's not going to eat any of it.
Probably not, but you never know.
If it comes to that, we'll probably all be dead. And then you're out healing potions.
And we can find more where those come from, I'm pretty sure.
Then you've got zombies with healing potions wandering the countryside.
And we're going to come back and say, I recognize that. Keep it. This sucks.
How does Joker feel about it?
I find it quite amusing, to tell you the truth. That'd be fine. Plus, we're going to go see some kobolds, so I think we need our healing potions too.
Okay,
Just in case we get gangbanged. We don't really.
let's hope so.
We'll get a day or two before the rest of your order comes.
All right.
It'll be 2 days before they even know.
Bunch the numbers here or there.
Well, I'm not carrying any of them, so
So who's got him?
he's in his bag of holding.
Mission is 9/10 and all that.
That's a good point. Have a very good day. You'll be fine.
Yeah, he's not happy. He feels like you guys are roped him into doing something, then abandoned him. So. He wasn't going to depart happy, so you guys succeeded. He is departing and departing on plan. So
Good.
Unhappy.
Unhappily. Oh my.
but is that a factor? Is that a relevant factor? The peace of mind of the named NPC.
Well, it could be a problem for us later on when he goes back to town and tells everybody what we did to him.
It's a week later.
Another
week and a half
problem.
from now. He's still going to stay there. They're going to be healed, taken care of, and tended to, and then they're going to come back. That's ages.
Still another problem for future Joe.
That's future Joe's problem.
Actions have consequences.
Be taken care of. They're going to go to the rectory. They'll be healed. We'll take care of, and then they'll come back. No real
Okay.
change in plan. It's still happening.
Let's just hope that's how it works out.
So it's about noon. It's been about 5 hours since you left Brusque. You've traveled primarily south to the trade route. So you have to get back north and slightly to the east to get into the mountains where, that is. I don't know. How close do you want to get and just ride around to that cave and start from there? I don't know how you guys want to.
I think.
Do you remember
start
what direction you saw them?
the kobolds?
Mm-hmm.
They were just up above you.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
up above.
And the mountains at that point would have been on your east side. You were on the west side of the mountains.
Well, I guess
They're
we start.
up in the mountains
Go
there
back to
somewhere.
the old cave and then start from there.
Yeah, just kind of
It's kind of,
search around.
it's going to be about 10 hours, 10-hour ride now.
So we'll be there sometime. Well, we'll want to camp before then and then
Yeah.
make it.
Mm-hmm.
You guys could ride today. With the terrain, it's not going to be like you're running your horses hard. You can stay on the road until you get a short distance out of Brusque and then break off. And you're just going to go around the valley that the hamlet's in, so you're not seen, right? And then go back to the same spot?
Yeah.
Okay. You could get back there by evening if you do. If
Okay.
you want to do that.
All right.
We just want to make sure that we circumnavigate them.
Mhm.
Yes.
Not a problem. You guys can sneak around Brusque, no problem.
Okay.
Everybody makes stealth checks. You guys go wide around, stay out of line of
I'm
sight.
like, oh,
No. You guys, it's some rough terrain, so it's a little bit of slow riding for some patches. But you guys do get back to, has been broken down and scattered. And you're outside that cave by the stream that comes out of the mountainside.
All right.
and it is 7:30 or 8. You guys have been riding in the dark for a little bit. It has been a very long day of riding, but you guys are there.
Should we set up camp?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a bit off. So if somebody comes tonight, we can see them without being completely obvious.
Okay. You gonna start a fire?
No. I don't want anybody to know we're here. This is a way we can ask it.
That part I don't know about.
Be a little chilly if you don't.
I sleep off.
Mm. I mean, it's not raining or not inclement weather or anything like that, right?
Not tonight. It's highlands type weather though, so it's been cloudy most of the day. It's a little cool. It's gonna get chilly at night. It's not gonna be snow or anything that's gonna cause exhaustion or anything like that. It's just gonna be uncomfortable without a fire.
Yeah. What are the just normal pine trees around us?
Yeah.
Yeah, and if we take off all these like low-lying branches or whatever near us, lay on those and the ground won't freeze you.
That's a successful survival check there is what that is. It's an unsuccessful oratory check, but
Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of not having a fire.
Mm-hmm.
If we think someone's going to come.
Yeah. And we still have rations because I don't think we ever actually dipped into those, but with the food the townspeople gave us. So
Yeah, no, we still
yeah, the ride here is the only time you've needed them. You
We'll
won't
dig into
have
those.
time to hunt tonight with how long you've been riding.
well,
Yeah.
without a fire, it wouldn't do me. We
Yeah.
wouldn't.
So you guys will need to use rations for today,
Okay.
keeping track of your provisions.
Yeah.
Because that's not pedantic, it's survival. So keep track of your provisions and you guys can set up camp. What is your passive perception? Is that 15?
Mine is 15.
Okay.
So is mine.
Perception or insight?
Perception.
Okay.
So is insight.
They're going to be a thorn in my side. They really are.
My passive insight 16.
I don't.
You don't see anybody, but there are obvious tells. There's rocks that shift. There's after something like that, there's a sudden scuffle and then silence. You can tell back up on that same ridge line, you're convinced, you're both convinced that you're being watched.
Mm-hmm.
It's not by anybody that wants to be seen. It's not by anybody that's sticking their noses out to see what you're doing. It's in the same area the kobolds were before. It looks like they are trying to stay hidden. They're just they give themselves away a time or two, so you know that they're up there.
Yeah.
There's one, maybe two, just based on the activity, but
Does it seem purposeful
um,
that they're giving away their position?
oh no. There's no yelling or screaming or snoot popping or anything when somebody makes noise or anything like that, but it does seem like when somebody steps on something and it kicks loose a rock that comes down and falls into the water, that there's suddenly dead silence and still like you know, so it looks like they are trying to stay hidden, but you know they're up there.
Alrighty. Well, I guess we could have made a fire. Let's say, we're up there.
We'll just sleep cold tonight. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go curl up next to Almar. So you can keep me warm.
There we have it.
I cast a burning spoon.
That's the cutest thing ever. We'll just take turns keeping watch, I guess.
Okay. You guys are all tired and sore from riding fairly hard most of the day. What is the rotation going to be?
Well, without a fire, you and I should probably take watch during the darkest parts
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah,
of the night.
I'm good with that.
Guess I'll take.
I'll go first.
Take last.
All right. So rotating through the night, long day, uncomfortable place to sleep. It is cold, so it's hard to get rest. I don't think it's going to matter for anybody because I think you basically just had a long rest, but you only count as taking a short rest right now. It's just you don't actually get a lot of rest. But you guys do get several hours of sleep before it's bright enough that out in the open you guys aren't gonna get any more sleep. You sleep in a little bit. It's around 9 o'clock by the time everybody's finally like, okay, we got to get up. You don't see any more activity from up above during the morning. You don't see any more at night. There's usual scuffling about with small critters, rabbits, and that kind of thing in the bushes, but it's an otherwise uneventful night.
Oh, curious. It's hydrate.
Rude.
I think trying to remember directionally. The tunnel heading off from the cave that was collapsed. If we were to pick a direction to look, like to try and find the actual other side of the cave or opening or anything like that.
How far up are those kobolds?
Yeah.
Yeah, how far up are they?
They're about
Track
40 feet up. They look like they're about on the same tier as where that landing was, where the entrance had been caved in. They are not on that same ledge. You guys are further north than that, but it seems like they're at about that same height.
Is there a way to get up there and then track them back? I don't know if that's smart.
You guys had been up to where the ledge was, where the entrance was caved in. From there on foot, you could start doing some rock climbing and sort of exploring of the hillside.
Yeah.
There's really no way up from where you are. This is sort of a box canyon with this little pond.
I don't know if that's the smartest choice, or if we want to track them back from where they were. It depends. Do we want to track them back from where they're coming
What
from?
about the option of, there was a cave-in on the other side of that door, right? On the
There
interior.
was.
Yeah,
There was
and
that-
it looked like it had been barricaded. It didn't look like a cave-in. It looked like
Like it was on
rocks and
purpose.
everything had been
Purposeful.
placed.
Yeah.
Yes.
That
it was-
chute has to go somewhere though.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
I don't know if
We couldn't get up it when we tried.
Going up I don't know if that's doable. Who has climbing gear? Anybody have climbing gear?
Of course you do.
So kept getting caught on the, the
Gosh.
Well, could
The
you
pond
like, yip yourself in there, Almar?
No, there's no password or anything.
Well,
Oh, you mean talk to them?
Like yell out and say you were here to talk? Or...
Sure, but
I mean,
yell yip yap?
Oh, you mean if they come back around again? Just try to flag them out or try to talk to them? Sure.
I mean,
We can try to
That-
track our
that
way
was
back from where
Thompson's
they may have been
number
coming
one
from.
concern was whether or not we had talked to them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we could try to track our way over to where they came from, and then if we spot them or see them again, we can try to call them out.
Yeah. Let's go back to the entrance where it was collapsed and then start traversing the hills there.
Okay,
For the-
so you backtrack a little bit and go back up to the caved-in entrance.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Investigation checks from anybody with a proficiency.
With the proficiency.
Anybody else actually trained in it?
I'm not trained in it, but I have a +3.
But do you have the actual proficiency?
No.
Okay. So for now, the proficiency is
Oh.
what gets you the roll.
Okay.
But
Sorry.
22, there has been activity here since you guys were here. And you see little three-toed clawed footprints in the dirt and whatnot.
Any normal sized
Any
footprints
human foot-sized footprints
that
and
may
boots?
connect to-
With a 22, no, just the tracks you guys made
Okay.
the other day.
Okay.
Where do you see them coming and going from? Are they like,
With the 22, it sort of looks like they at some point dropped down from above the caved-in entrance, wandered about like the actual flat area and into the rough terrain in the direction of where you guys had camped and where the pond is. So it looks like they sort of maybe tracked you from up here up above you, or at least followed that route, whether or not they were following you.
Okay.
And you can, it's rough terrain, it's just like hiking without a trail, move along the mountains outside of it. So this has just been flattened out because at some point there was some kind of mining operation or something set up here, and it has been like the horses.
Mm-hmm.
um,
Probably would have just kept the horses down at the
yeah,
lake anyway, or the
Sure.
pond. There's water.
for the moment, yeah.
Okay. Just to have them set up down there.
Yeah.
Are there, what is it called? Tailings? What is it? The, stuff they carry out of a mine?
Oh,
The
tailing.
Stuff around, like what was being mined? Would you be able to tell that? Or have
Not really
familiarity
a
with it?
miner per se. I mean, I've been around dwarves a lot, and they love to mine. So,
I just don't know if that's anything you might have picked up or known from your past.
I guess could take a look and see what I know.
Because I'm wondering what they were mining for.
Do you have anything that might apply? Other than raised by dwarves?
All you need.
Well, you're proficient in stonesmithing tools and stuff, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So, let's say just make an intelligence check with, we'll let that give you your proficiency bonus.
Okay. How about 18?
18? Okay. It does look like they were mining not silver or gold, not a metal. So they were probably mining some kind of stone or semi-precious stone. Something like an opal mine or probably bloodstone, since bloodstone's all over this area.
Okay.
But it doesn't look like it was the way they're handling the tailings. From what you can see, it doesn't look like they're pulling metals out of it. It looks like they're pulling
Okay.
nuggets of some kind or other rocks.
Okay.
There you had it. They're
Okay.
mining gems.
Okay. So it doesn't seem like something that the townsfolk would have been exploiting or.
So
using.
bloodstone, what is the purpose of bloodstone?
It's just a semi-precious stone. It's used in some metals and lots of jewelry and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just.
Builds gold.
Do you have Arcana? Okay. As far as you know, no.
Everything has magic. You just gotta bring
Okay.
it out.
So I think in my head I'm totally turned around as far as like the terrain features go.
Real tall. These are the first sets of mountains out of the foothills in the valley. So
So would we kind of go up and crest the mountain? I don't know where
Yes.
the kobolds would be.
yes, you could.
Kind of like the Virginia City foothills.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So you could. And like I said, it's not sheer cliffs or anything. It's broken ground and tough hiking. But yes, you can walk around even in your gear and everything. You just have to be careful.
Is this something that we would want to go back down and get the horses and traverse them up the side, or?
They can't travel this.
Yeah,
Okay.
the horses aren't going to make it through some of this.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess we,
See if and this will curve around to where the activity that we heard last night.
You can follow it straight out from where you are, basically along the ridge line, and be over where you camped, or you can go up the mountain a little further and start getting higher ground, or maybe crest and see what's on the other side, or
I just like to follow their paths.
yeah, that works.
Then those aren't doing so good. You guys start heading along the ridge. You're following Tristan's lead as you guys are going through these large rocks and walking around some of the shrubs that are growing on the side of the mountains and whatnot. And you're still a good distance out from where you camped, but you can start to see where that canyon is, where the pond, and you left the horses and everything. Tristan, you spot what looks like it's probably a short spear, really crude stone tip. It's wrapped real tightly with some kind of leather, and it looks like it's leaning against the far side of a rock, just sticking up probably this much. You're figuring it's probably a kobold spear that maybe somebody threw or abandoned or whatnot, but then it sort of wiggles and slides down a little bit, and it occurs to you that somebody's trying to hide up there, but they're not keenly aware of how big the spear is. And they're off to the side. It looks like maybe they're just trying to hide from you. They're just not aware that they're not fully concealed. Sort of closer to the ridge side.
Mm-hmm. I speak Gnomish.
Well, you can ask somebody to say something in Draconic. and you guys know that. It's come up in conversation. So.
I'll whisper to him, "Come here." And I'll point out the spear.
Yeah.
And then the kobold hiding behind the rock behind the spear.
You don't see the kobold, but you know right where he is, basically.
Okay.
And he points it out to you, so you know it's there.
Okay. I'm not gonna be stealthy. I'm just gonna stand up. And I'm like, friends, we need your help. Are you there? We need your help. Can you come out?
In Draconic, I assume.
Yeah.
There's no immediate response. And then after a long moment,
Do you see the spear do anything?
well, after a long moment, there's you two here because you're in front now. A little bit of and the spear goes off to the side.
They pull the spear back. I'll just start walking over there.
Still need your help. We know you're there. We just need your help.
Okay.
I'm gonna be as truthful and honest as I can be,
Okay.
and try to prey on not their good nature, but it's
Naivete.
maybe their curiosity. We need your help.
Okay. So, again, not with the good rolls. So you just walk up while he's talking,
Mm-hmm.
and what you find is a full-grown kobold. So standing 3'8" or so, wearing a little bit of tattered leather stuff. It's on the ground behind the rock on all fours, and it looks like it's pushed its spear back around another big rock. And he looks like he's getting ready to crawl backwards away from where he was. And you catch him really quickly throwing a bunch of light dirt over like a little snare. And you walk around the rock, and he's just like, but it looks like he was real quick setting up a snare where he was and was going to scoot away.
Yeah.
But you walk up on him before he gets a chance to
Finish his little trick.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
he stops, and he's like eyeballing his spear, which is in arm's reach, but not in his hand. And it's obvious that he looks terrified.
Yeah.
Don't be scared. Well, I don't know what he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
But
He's
You guys see Tristan walk up around the rock, and then there's just sort of stop, I guess.
he's terrified.
I'll announce and telegraph everything that's happening. My friend is coming to meet you. Don't be afraid. We need help. We need some
He
information.
grumbles something to you that you can't understand.
I'll pull out a ration and hand it to him.
He just
Oh, actually, I'll take a bite of it.
okay. He looks at your ration and looks at you, and he says something. You can't understand it, but it sounds like a fairly gruff full sentence. Just
Just
he reaches in, pulls out a piece of dried meat.
Huh? I don't think he's hungry.
I'm gonna walk over.
He punches the ground next to his snare, and the snare closes, and he just starts to pick it up. I mean, it's obviously not going to work, so you show up, and he backs up a little bit.
My good friend, we need your help.
Okay. Yip Yap is close enough that speaking it's not going to be a problem. Reading it is. So he just, why, you, no, be here. You crazy.
Oh, not crazy. I need help.
Help what?
What do we want from him?
Tell him we want to speak to his shaman or his leader
Okay,
or his chieftain.
do you have a shaman or a chieftain or something that we can speak to in peace?
You, with your insight, as they're speaking, you don't know what's being said, but there's something that's said that his ears immediately go back in discomfort. You see the same reaction. He's moving around listening to what you're saying, and it's, Chieftain no speak.
He's mute.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
No shaman. Shaman bad.
Shaman are bad. What does shaman do?
You've seen what shaman do. I see you, you see.
Still? Recently?
You should not disturb. Bad place, bad juju.
We don't think it's done. Is it still bad now?
Was done. Long time ago. You disturb.
So
People
it's
like
gonna,
you disturb.
so it'll happen again?
No, don't know. Best left alone.
I agree.
know that.
Do I agree?
I'm gonna call up to Almar.
Yeah, you hear growling and barking
Right,
happening
we
from
have
up
no
there.
idea what's going on.
They found a wild animal. What?
I don't know. I'm keeping my eyes out for any other kobolds, but
What's your name?
Why? No need name.
Oh, I'm like, coincidentally, we're from Y too. My name is Alamar. This is Tristan over here. Our other friends who are coming up, Tyrnil, oh God, how do I say it? Jogaira. We're here because we don't like the shaman either, and we think the bad stuff is going to happen again. And we
Nope.
don't want it to.
No care names, no care what you like. Go away. You no be here. This our land.
Yes.
Ask them if they've seen humans other than us
Yeah. Well, he would have seen.
recently.
Has there been anybody else here since we left last?
His ears go back.
We don't trust
No.
that. Who else has come back?
No.
We don't want other humans here. So if we can remove them from your land, we're trying to.
You first. Go.
We need to take them.
oh, how I wish I could understand this conversation.
We're trying to take them?
Yeah, and as are you guys walking up?
Yeah.
Okay. And when you guys become visible, you see there's a kobold that's not down on the ground anymore.
Mhm.
No spear in his hand. He's holding what looks like a closed hunting trap, and just kind of crouched a little low, but on his feet.
I'm not going to
Just-
stand
just-
above. I'm going to sit
Just
on the
kind of
ground.
looking like he
Sit on
can
the-
shift his weight and run if he has to.
Yeah, no, I'm going
Um,
to sit on the ground.
okay.
Because I don't want to be
Yeah.
looming above him.
And you can see he looks like a cat that's being scolded. He's just got his ears back but what you can tell, there is an exchange going on. It seems to make as much sense as two dwarves talking if you don't understand the language.
Right.
It doesn't seem like he's trying to talk to a cat or a dog or anything. He's having a conversation of some kind.
Do they know who Paul is?
Do you remember the individual who was camping in the cave?
No.
You don't know him? You don't remember him?
No. No.
More of them are going to be coming back unless we... I don't want more to come back. I need your help to prevent them from invading your land.
Who?
More people out in the villages. I don't think...
Oh, jeez.
No.
I don't know all the details.
No.
Oh shit. What the? Are they always this cantankerous?
You could offer.
So you want more
persuasion.
people to come?
None of us understand any of what's
Because
happening.
if this conversation ends here, more people will come.
Why?
Because I'm not getting any help.
So you bring
No,
his threat?
the other people are going to come unless we can tell them to stay away and keep them away from here.
Okay. You go. Tell them stay away.
Yeah, that's not how it's going to work.
No. And this isn't all because there's some kind of deficiency with the kobold. There is a slight language barrier there as well.
Dead ones?
I don't think he likes to have the
Okay, but there's going to be more dead ones if we don't figure this out.
Yeah.
Do they know anything about the dead ones? Where'd the dead ones come from?
Okay. So we're trying to prevent more of your dead kin from coming back, becoming undead and coming back. We don't want any more of that to happen. It seems to happen down in the... Oh, I agree. Very bad. And it seems we've stopped one person from living down there. You remember the one who was living down there with the other dead?
Yes,
We don't want that to keep happening. And we think someone might try to... I don't know, what do we want to tell this person? That we think it's going to happen again? That we think they're going to come back out?
hangs the snare on a little hook he's got. He just wraps some
So wait,
leather strap
he
around
said
it and it
somebody
stays.
promised them that they're not coming
Yeah.
back?
Yeah, and I can't quite fish
So-
that out yet.
So Thompson was talking to them?
Yeah.
I'm thinking so,
Well, but
but
it-
how recent?
But it sounds like, wait a minute. It sounds like the humans did the kobolds a favor. Because otherwise, why would the kobolds agree to do something? So maybe when they caved in the tunnel and barricaded the shaman in there, that was a favor for the kobolds.
So when the cave down there caved in 20 years ago, that was a good thing for you?
Make a
Please get something good. 17, 20, 22 then.
okay. So
I have persuasion.
yeah, no, that's good. That's good. So just seeing how well you're establishing a dialogue.
Yeah.
He goes, Shaman cave, and points down.
Yes. Was that good? I mean,
No humans. Tribe. No, like shaman.
no. So you're happy that it was caved in.
We kill shaman.
You killed the shaman. Okay.
Heretic. No good. No good.
Okay.
We block room. No good.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Was leader.
Of your tribe?
Yes.
Okay.
We
I'm assuming
End.
you're telling us what he's saying.
Yeah, I'm relaying.
we end. Make new leader.
So ask him,
Okay.
how'd the crazy, ask him how did crazy man get in with shaman? Ask him that. He growls a lot less than you do. Ask him with less growls, right?
The most recent person to live in that cave, his name was Paul.
And you hear the thing go, Paul.
Right. Yes. That human was talking to dead shaman and making more dead things come to life.
We see. Yes.
So, what do you want? I showed him how to get in. How did he find it?
Oh, no, don't know.
Don't know. Who else was there with him? Do you remember? Who else lived there?
No one. Don't know how found. We
Crap.
no like, but he
No, we don't like that.
Any information about who he might have learned from, or if
Who-
anybody else knows about the magic?
Who was giving him
How did he
your
find the place?
deceased? He was getting. He was
Where do you
using
get the dead bodies from?
your deceased to make more kobold zombies. How was he
He-
getting them?
he would hunt us in hills.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a bad man.
So
Did someone from the town promise not to come back?
Yes.
if what?
Yes.
Just not to come back ever? Do we still have a shiny agate or a ring? or
You
something?
from town? And he points down the hills toward the valley of where Bruce
We
is.
came from the town.
But we're not from there, though.
We came from the town.
We did. I just don't know that he likes the townspeople.
We
I do have
We
a
don't
problem.
like the townspeople very much. So we want to make sure if there's bad people in that town, they go away.
No.
If you want to know what
One man.
One man.
Say people, no, come here. Leave us alone.
In return for what?
Just
For
as-
just them not going?
what? How did he agree? What was the agreement?
I do not know.
Do we have any stones? Do we have any agates? Do we have any shiny
We
things?
got some shiny bracelets.
Anybody care if we give him a shiny bracelet? Shiny bracelet?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Let's
Do you
give
like
him.
shiny things?
Let's
You're
give.
going to need to make a persuasion check because this is just straight up offering a shiny bauble. So we're going to see how it's received, and we'll let the dice decide that. So make a persuasion check.
So with this, it's like you're helping us so much, and I thank you so much. Here's this, and we need more help. Just want to make sure of that. So
It's easy. Just keep promise. Go.
Between Brusque and the kobolds up here to stay away from each other.
do you know the man named Bruce?
Bruce is the Hamlet.
Oh, I mean Bruce. Yes. Is that's the Hamlet? Bruce is that's who
Thompson.
agreed, Thompson and the Hamlet. They agreed not to come up here and to stay away. Is that-
Brusque.
Okay, he didn't know the name of the town, but
Thompson.
Thompson, the people from the Hamlet, they're the ones who agreed not to come back.
Um,
The
he'll-
defining features. I just want to make sure it matches up with the Thompson.
I know talk. Ah.
Hmm.
Comes once in a while. Talk with leader.
Can we talk to the leader?
Well, I'm going to give him the bottle.
He is suspicious and takes it and looks at it, bends it a little bit to see that it's actually a gold piece of jewelry. Oh. Tries to put it on his wrist and it kind of falls off, so he kind of hangs it on one of his ears, and it's this big, it's a bracelet that he's wearing is basically just a hangover hoop right now. No promise talk. I take you.
Why not?
He reaches back and picks up his spear while he's watching you guys. You're standing the closest. Looks at all of you. No touch.
I just nod my head in agreement.
Agreed.
Okay. So yeah, it's up a little bit and just sort of over the crest and down into the valley, just on the other side of this little. It's a mountain, not a hill, but it's not a very big one. And it looks like at some point a long time ago there was another entrance punched out at the side. As you guys approach, there's nothing that has been cleared out outside of the opening, so they haven't made any landings or anything to catch eye. And you can also see that over the past few years, the mining tailings look like they have been scattered far and wide between the rocks to sort of just kind of camouflage them and not let them pile up. And yeah, you guys approach the entrance to a somewhat concealed cave that's about 4 feet tall.
Hmm.
There are
And this,
probably 6 other kobolds posted up in different rocks around the cave. There are none standing right there in the cave like they're standing sentry, but you can spot, especially they stop kind of hiding and come out to look with curiosity as you guys are approaching with the other kobold.
do we see any signs of this being caved in?
This must be their new main entrance.
Or it was a back entrance
Mhm.
before?
Yeah, because the 4 that did the attack, the initial assault, just did the front one.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know.
Yeah, they dug their way out and made this, or it was always there. So, do we wait out here? Do you want us to wait out here for you?
Yes, you wait.
Okay.
You tell friends.
No touch.
No touch. bangs a spear on the ground, the butt of his spear.
Okay.
I tried. Watch.
I believe you.
And they're not hiding. Like I said, they all came out and kind of like, because you're walking with dotted along the hillside.
Thank you for helping. What's your name? You've been the best of help.
He doesn't tell you.
Your name is Plays
He
Who.
probably does not want the
Plays
credit
with
for this. He probably doesn't have any way to avoid getting the credit for this, but he apparently doesn't want the credit for this. So it's about 10 minutes, and one of the things that you guys see in that time while you're waiting, there's no aggression from the other kobolds. It looks like they are clearly watching you, but they don't try to. In the
If we're waiting, I'm going to introduce all of us to them. All the people who are standing out there, so at least they know who we are.
Okay. All right. There's Tara Net. Tara Net. Nold. Tara Nold. Mimic the
Kobold
names
Whisperer.
because the names sound strange to them and the names
Yes.
don't translate. So there's a little bit of that, just like when you said Paul. In the cave, it does look like it's a really small entrance. It goes in and it looks like it's been cleared, mined out, and it's actually a fairly large, from what you can tell. It gets dark real quick, but it's goes back into the shadows. It's large and it's flat. And there are a couple of things in there that
In
are
good repair?
in amazing repair. And there are two fairly well built, it looks like, wheelbarrows just made out of wood with wooden wheels, like you would see in Y. This doesn't look like.
It's like human
I wonder
made.
if like
Mhm.
Thompson's using them to mine the goods in here.
That's what I'm wondering.
So after
Mm,
larger kobold that comes out, and he's wearing like a single piece of chainmail over his shoulder, like it looks like it may have been, it's like a chainmail cummerbund that he's just kind of thrown over, but it covers most of his little kobold chest.
Right?
They don't make it in his size, so that's what he's got.
It's a sleeve that he
It's
has.
it's a piece of chainmail that he's got draped over him, and he has actually a really, really nicely crafted dagger that he's wearing front and center like a sword, just kind of prominently. It would be as out of place as seeing like a Damascus steel hunting knife on this guy.
Not something he would have made,
Right.
or their group would have made on their own.
So
So what did we ask this guy?
he comes out. There's a couple of other kobolds that come out right behind him and just sort of step out to kind of flank the doorway. And he walks out and he seems like he's a little friendly, but then he sees you guys and
No,
I would tell him the same thing, that we found the crazy guy down there.
happening yet.
Yeah, that it might happen again.
and
What did you say?
what you hear is, all right, speak. Why are you here? And it's much more eloquent.
Oh, okay. Oh, friend.
Oh,
The old caved-in shaman cave. Someone had been living there, and we cleared it out, so no one's there anymore. And we want to make sure that's not going to happen anymore.
in common, so you can all understand. You not nice to our language. No speak our language.
Oh, good. You speak common.
Yeah.
Thank
And you
goodness
guys come up.
speak ours.
Yes. You no have good tongue for it.
I can't roll my R's for it.
Is not time yet. Why are you here?
How often?
No, exactly. I know we're probably early, aren't
Why? Why early?
We came to look at another problem. The old crazy guy, oh, it wasn't old. The crazy guy that was living in the shaman cave was doing some really bad things.
Nuisance, yes.
Yeah, we got
know
rid of
it.
him.
Oh. Oh, well, thank you.
we?
Well, yeah, we just don't understand how he found this place and why he was up here.
Oh. I don't know how he found the place. But he was hiding in there and we do not go in there.
He didn't come up here with the other guy from the town?
Oh, no, no,
Oh.
no like each other. No.
No.
Oh.
Did you ever talk to the man living in the cave?
No, he would come after our guards
Okay.
and then use puppet.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Not good.
Good. Well, he's dead.
That place, bad history for tribe. We do not talk, do not, so that does not last.
So it's forgotten.
Yes, yes. So is forgotten.
Got it. Well, I mean, we're early. Is there anything that we need to take back with us to the town?
It's not going to be performance, so go ahead and make a persuasion check to just see how well you
Oh.
Okay.
None of this.
okay, well, it's a people skill.
It's all
You want me
charisma
to
based.
do it?
It was already delivered to us. How bad is it?
4.
Hmm?
4.
Total of 4? Weeks, not ready. Wait. Show sign. Show.
Show a
That-
sign.
Yeah, what's that magical symbol?
Yeah,
The one from the book that.
yeah. Show the magical symbol,
Oh, okay.
which is on the book.
I'll use prestidigitation and I'll make an outline of the symbol and make it last in the air.
Oh, okay. There's a lot of shifting and and you see he's excited, like, okay. Seems to be the right answer.
Simple.
Ready.
That's okay.
Okay. I mean, I was just asking because we came up here to solve that other problem. So.
Okay.
I show you if one look. Sure, you find what you keep coming for, but you can look.
We'll
His
come.
deal is fair.
Okay.
Looking.
I'm not sure what we would need.
Well, I don't know.
So
What do you mean? What do we keep looking for?
Oh,
So Thompson's looking
I
for
forgot this. Were we supposed to give you something? Return for rocks?
Oh, only if take.
Hmm?
Only if you take the rock.
How much do we owe you again?
What was it again?
We're not the normal people coming, so we forget.
I forgot.
That's a deception check. just to see if it's believable. Go ahead and roll it. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna make that one an opposed one. Okay.
23.
23. Okay. No. Deal is pay if you find a rock that you want.
Okay.
No want, we keep.
Okay. Well, let's look.
Same.
So you
Same.
guys have to duck. You follow him in. You duck through the entrance, but this first room has actually been cleared out and made to about 7 feet tall, and seems like it's actually designed to accommodate taller folks. All of the entrances out of the room, again, are about the 4-foot mark. But this
We'll be fine.
this room this
I
room
only have to duck a little
this
bit.
room has a high ceiling that's been cleared out. It's not cleared out well, but it's been broken out and cleared. All the debris and everything has been cleared out of here. There's soft sand that's been laid out through here. And yeah, you guys see there are 6 or 7 shipping crates that are the size that would be carried by like a picture sold in town. They seem to have that same symbol on them.
Can we see?
Well, what he showed, buttload of, there are some, looks like ore shards that have maybe some kind of metal in them that could be refined, but it's most,
But I wonder if he's after.
and he sets it down. It's like, you look.
Okay.
If we find, you pay.
Okay.
So it's obviously not bloodstone.
Bloodstone. What else is it?
You just said it was
I don't
bloodstone.
know how to
Huh?
ask
No,
it
I mean,
without sending up a red flag.
You know, when we normally come and look for stones, it's not these, apparently.
But I don't know how we should ask it so there's not a red flag along with the question.
I think we should go back and talk to our colleague.
But it doesn't seem, on the surface, this doesn't seem nefarious.
No, I just wonder what stone they're looking for.
Yeah,
And why lie about this entire thing?
because he doesn't want anybody to butt in on his operation. I don't know.
Well,
What's the trading environment of bloodstone?
Bloodstone is a semi-precious stone, so it's up there with like opal and onyx and whatnot. So a good sized chunk could get you 25 to 75 gold.
I mean, nothing to sneeze
and
at.
all of the ore looks the same.
Yeah, like I said, there are some that look like they maybe have some kind of there's like pyrite. It's sort for
He
the
doesn't know what we're looking
for the sake of
either.
the scene. It looks like they're bringing you anything interesting they find, but mostly what they're digging up is bloodstone.
So we don't know what.
But he doesn't know
Thompson's
he doesn't know what we're looking for either.
No, he's just
If
presenting
you
everything.
find
He shuffles it. You look new, some different, and he pulls up. It's about this size. It's a geode with like purple agate in it. Is what we look for,
Not quite. Not quite.
and it's a big, beautiful geode,
yes.
but it's been
we might pay for
busted
that,
open.
but it's not what we're looking for.
Well, you look. If here, you let me know.
Okay, we'll look.
yeah, I don't
I have no idea. I have no idea.
And there's a
Good
little bit
tell.
of
See what
silver, a
crates
little
have
bit of
this
gold
symbol.
in it. There's
And
ore
then-
that could be refined, but there's
I
not a
don't know
lot of
what
it.
else to-
There's mostly other things that are just shiny, but only semi-precious. Like I said, there's some pyrite and that kind of stuff. So
Is-
but he doesn't
What does
he
Thompson
doesn't know
usually
they're
get?
looking-
he comes when you guys bring supply.
yeah.
Keeps people away. Takes gold. Is rude.
So he just wants.
He keeps people away.
I think he.
What agreement did he make many years ago?
Oh, agreement from a few years ago. He keeps people away from us, keep us forgotten.
Okay.
Huh. And
You guys pay him, keep people away.
Yeah.
We look for you.
Why did he collapse your?
He just said you guys pay.
Oh, long time ago. We
Were you here then?
no.
He did.
No
That's
story.
not why.
Oh, what's the story?
Oh,
Who's
we
affiliated with the sign.
fight and steal. We go
They're
take
the ones
things.
paying Thompson to run this
They get bad.
operation.
They come and attack us, nearly bury alive. So
We need to find out
we
where
know
this crate is
we
going.
no go back. We come out
Into the
this side,
and then we need to
Yeah.
find.
a big mountain.
This might be.
And, we go this way now,
but we need
not
to
that
find
way.
out when this crate leaves. When it gets to the
Thompson,
where it
make
goes
sure
from
people
there.
that way don't come here.
Okay.
People what way?
In the
Okay.
direction of the
First-
village.
Yeah.
Of Earthspur.
His I'm doing a little too much of the pigeon English. He essentially spills that Thompson's paid to
Mm-hmm.
keep people from wandering up here and finding these people.
Right.
Yeah.
Keep finding the kobolds.
We think
Oh,
he's
paying.
probably a middleman for this larger operation for the people
Whoever
who
has the symbol.
the symbol.
The symbol. So that's
And
our next
so
clue.
It
the
might
symbol.
What are these
require a
people
longer
looking for?
investigation as far as like us spying, seeing who takes this crate, where it ends up at the village, and then from the village, where does it go?
Or what are they even looking for?
And we still don't know. So we need to interrogate the villagers. No, just.
At least Thompson, we need to put his
It's
feet on fire.
But the thing is
But here's the-
if
okay,
he's
here's
still
the
a
thing, though.
middleman, he's gonna alert.
So you know bringing stuff.
No, we came for the other problem, for the crazy guy in the bad place.
Yeah, so we're trying
Is
to
good,
make sure
thank
they
you.
don't come back.
Is good, thank
How much for the pretty? I'm assuming bloodstone is red, like Conan.
you. No, it's like
Oh,
actual
like-
bloodstone, so it's like green with red flecks.
Oh,
on
I'm like, all I can think of is Conan. It looks like rubies.
it. No.
How much is the pretty crystal egg looking one?
Oh, and he picks up the geode. This? Oh. 3 shinies?
I'll give him 3 shinies.
I wonder if it's silver or gold.
I don't know what he means by shiny.
It's probably whatever.
I only have 2. 2 okay?
What is just your base charisma?
Nothing.
Well, you have to have
Well,
a stat.
I know, but
There's no penalty to
yeah,
it.
it is the lowest of my stats besides dexterity. It is a 10,
Okay. 10.
and all I happen to have on me is gold.
It was you have lots of pretty things on you. You know of shinies? Really?
I just have 2. And I mean, I don't actually have jewelry on besides my necklace.
When you
Well,
say
yeah.
shinies, are you looking for coins? Round?
Coins are okay.
Oh, what
Other
would you-
things okay. And
what would you
he
like?
points to Hoop standing off to the side. He's like, you give him shiny.
Oh, that's true.
You guys have shinies. Come on.
Bring out 3 copper pieces. Shinies?
Oh. He takes the copper pieces and they're minted coins. He's like, Okay.
Okay, good.
For
So-
you. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
And
So
he hands you the geode. It's just a
I'll ask him.
cantaloupe-sized geode. It's huge.
I'll point at the symbol on the
Hand
crate.
it over to you to put
Say
in
the
the bag.
men
'cause
with
we can show
this symbol
confidence.
who collect these rocks from you.
Yes, you. Yeah.
Are they kind to you?
Not mean. Business.
okay.
Where did they come from? Do you know the name of their city?
Oh no.
No.
I don't care. Bring good stuff. And
Lots of
he
shiny.
goes over and
Like
he
good
has
stuff?
somebody pop the crate with an actual, like, honest to God crowbar. Pop one of the crates and it looks like it's dried provisions and dried fish and meat,
Oh,
a bunch of
okay.
salt.
So that's why they're not raiding.
Because they're being
Yeah.
fed. I
They're
mean,
being fed.
Okay, well, at least
He
they're- at
pops
least-
open another one and there's like decent quality, like actual man-made mining tools and
Okay,
stuff.
so they're. I mean,
so this is
they're.
a transact. I mean,
Yeah.
It's transactional.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we
I just
still-
want to know
so-
what they're looking for.
Yeah. What is it exactly that they're looking? And to ask them directly would be such a red flag.
Yeah.
Right.
I say we just leave. I
I
mean,
don't think he knows.
I mean, we're
Yeah.
just kind of.
Well, I don't think they know either. No, that's true. I don't think even if it was
think
the
the only
object
person-
that they had it in hand, they would even know that they had what they were after.
yeah.
I think the only
Um,
person who knows is Thompson.
I think so too.
So we're just a cleanup crew, like we take care of the crazy guy in the bad place.
Yes. Yes,
Last,
thank you.
last time that they were here, did they take any of this stuff that looked like this? Because if we leave and we don't take the stuff we're supposed to, I'm afraid we're gonna get in trouble. Do you know what they took last time?
Sometimes take by big rock, but
Look the same though?
well, mostly we find the greenstone. Yeah.
But that's
And
what they take is the greenstone?
And no, they keep coming back. It's not what you want.
Oh. They didn't tell you what to look for?
Well, yes, but we know we look for what is word? Spike. Pointy metal
Pointy metal.
in mountain.
Pointy metal and mountain.
Can I make a
But
Anybody
nature
know the
check?
history of this region?
Yeah, you can make a nature check.
Like what
That
that could describe?
They say anything we find that
I could check.
is good or shiny
Oh,
or
look at that.
interesting.
I have
They want to see.
history.
I got a
Make a history
22,
check.
not 20,
Okay.
on a nature check for to identify what pointing,
Yeah, there's
what that
Pointy
could be.
metal and mountain.
there's nothing really that rings a bell with nature that would be, there could be a natural metal formation of some kind, but
Yeah.
then just a pointy piece of metal in the mountain is no.
Okay.
And there's not any kind of precious metal or rare event or anything that you would think of that would,
17 on history.
17 on history. There is something that does occur to you. You-do-do-do-do-do-do. There. No, there were in this region hundreds of years back and ongoing. There were wars. Some of the Spellfire wars were through here. Some of the demonic wars were through here. Even some of the wars from the regions to the west, where they used to have flying cities, bled into this region. But this was sort of the edge of as far as they reached. So
Okay. I don't know.
there's just not a lot to go on, and it's not ringing any bells for any of it.
No.
Huh.
I don't know.
The heck?
Anything in the arcane that might explain what they're looking for?
No,
Mm.
no, not just with Metal Spike.
Metal spike.
Yeah, it's so vague.
Mm.
But
No find yet,
yeah, no, keep going.
but
Keep trying.
they
no
always
find
say
ever?
not yet. No.
Oh.
But they say anything shiny or interesting or strange, they want
Oh.
to see. So that's what we collect.
But they take stuff though.
Sometimes they like the green rock, so they trade.
Bloodstone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm. I think he's just genuinely ignorant of what they're after. So.
Apparently so are we. I don't know what the hell
Yeah, I don't know.
spiky metal is in a
So we
mountain.
need to infiltrate the village. We're go through and shuffle through the constable's house and see if he has any paperwork without alerting him.
Here's a theory for you. Thompson got rid of the parents because the parents found out his little operation.
That is a possibility.
Well, I say, friend, we're gonna go back now, and we may come visit you again, and bring good stuff.
So clean, so pink. No want more stones? Greenstone's pretty.
Greenstone? You got greenstone?
I'll take a
The
green
bloodstone.
Yeah, there's
Carved the-
varying sizes of chunks of blood. What shinies are you giving? And
What copper shinies?
Oh,
okay. And how big of a piece of bloodstone are you looking for? I mean, it's
Oh, fist size.
fist size. Okay. For that, he wants big stone, 10 shiny.
10, 10 copper. I'll try to negotiate with him
Okay.
just to see. I'm 11.
14. Okay. So, come on.
10. I'll
10.
do 10 copper to spare.
Large bloodstone.
Okay. Perfect.
Anybody else? Other than the bloodstone, there's the other stuff is neat to look at, but like I said, it's all fool's gold.
Okay.
The geode was the only other thing out of the
Fine.
ordinary, which is why he was like, oh,
I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love
Yeah.
all of my crystals. Friend, what's
Okay.
That's a really good name.
Strikes fear. No one attack us.
Okay.
But yeah, you're seeing now people walking around. They've got essentially modern mining gear here. They've got nice picks, good chisels, well-made hammers,
I obviously want this very
wheelbarrows. Of they're just wooden
What a
wheels. It's
perfect
not anything super
operation.
fancy, but
Yeah, it's gonna bad enough.
Have these looking for something.
No, we don't need to ransack. We just need to be able to get into his house. And
the conversation was the people that you're pretending to represent are the ones that are bringing this stuff in and looking for stuff.
Uh-huh.
They pay Thompson just to keep people away.
Right. He's just
He's
hanging
not
out.
part of it. I don't want you guys full steam on rails. You
Oh,
don't
no,
need
yeah,
to be
yeah.
on. That's all.
yeah,
We don't even need to go back to that little hamlet.
Probably don't. We just need to hang out.
I think if we go back to Y
Yeah.
and look for that symbol,
Okay, investigate where that symbol's coming
Mhm. Yeah.
from, or crates with that symbol,
Uh-huh.
or okay,
like going back to the hamlet, I think is pointless at this time.
because he's just a middleman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
And we
Okay.
they're paying him to keep people.
Keep people
Does
away. Okay, so he's
Jamar
probably
have any
he probably has no
paper
information about
Yeah.
what.
with our pretty symbol on it.
No way.
Just wonder.
I use paper. Paper no good. Paper gets stepped on. Paper gets lost. Paper blows out the door. We can find paper bad.
So we got weeks now.
Paper's bad.
All right, I think.
We got
Anything
weeks
else we
to
need?
But he
investigate the
apparently knows
symbol
what
and
paper
come
is.
back.
Yeah.
Well,
Interesting.
at least we know where the origins are.
You-
So yeah, let's.
You need symbol?
Well, I mean, the thing in the air is really cool, but sometimes it would be cool to just, I don't have anything to draw it, so sometimes it would be cool to just like have it in my pocket.
Okay. Yes, well. And what you hear is, "Hey, come here, get." And they smash the middle out of the lid of one of the crates. So you've got a piece of wood about this big
Uh-huh.
that has the symbol branded into it like a shipping crate.
Love it.
Okay, good.
Is okay?
Awesome.
Okay.
Give him a shiny for that.
Yeah, give him a couple shots.
All right,
he's-
I'll give
he's
him a
happy
couple
with that.
shiny.
Give him
He
another
keeps putting the
topper.
shinies in a pouch that he's got on his chest. He's
Love
happy
it.
with that, yeah.
I'd
I'll
rather
give a
leave
couple more
him on a good
shiny.
note.
Seriously, Jamar, good friend.
Okay.
Jamar, crate smasher and stone smasher.
Oh, yeah. Stone stronger. Yes. Great smasher.
Well,
Yeah, let's get out of here.
I think that's better than my idea of waiting until whoever's going to pick up come around. So
Yeah, let's get out of here. Is there like a road or a path that we can follow?
Oh,
Obviously, down the mountain.
Jamar. Tell other humans that we work here.
Why?
Well, because
And them a gold piece.
just the difference.
Ooh, yellow shiny. Oh, okay. But why?
Because we're a cleanup crew,
Yes.
and if people know that we're a cleanup crew, then we can't, take care of business like we did in the bad place. People know
Who of you who has the better persuasion?
not me.
+3.
Shit.
Okay, give it
Oh,
a shot.
yeah, not it. That's a charisma based thing, and I have
Nat 20,
Okay.
23.
oh, nice.
So,
damn.
He's on board.
Pretty one,
mm,
absolutely.
Okay, so he's like, okay, so you secret.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, but you no talk about the bad place with the old leader.
Nope.
Nope,
No,
forgotten.
forgot.
Okay,
All forgotten.
the downstairs with crazy man.
Well,
we want that forgotten.
Yes.
No talk about.
Yes.
right.
Okay.
Don't talk about it.
Then also we no speak about you.
Perfect.
Is fair.
Is good.
Perfect.
Okay.
For yellow shiny is fair.
It look like.
There's got to be.
Does anybody have tracking or anybody have something?
From the entrance
see
to the cave
where
and
they-
looking down the mountain, you guys can see where a path has been carefully sort of just cleared in the large stones. It's only 2 to 3 feet wide, so it's almost like just kind of we moved the big rocks and made a gutter kind of path, and it does wind down the mountain, and you are to the east of
We could
Moose.
get our horse
What
there.
hamlets or
Yeah,
villages, towns
I
are
think
that
that's a good
direction
idea.
that we know of?
You don't know because you've actually not spent a lot of time up here.
Weeks, though.
Let's grab our horses. Well, if we can find someplace or a town or hamlet, we can investigate that
You don't know
place.
how you're going to get your horses to here on that path, though.
We'd
Because
have to
they're
go.
all,
Let's do that, and
Yeah.
we can find a long way back around and see.
What direction is that?
it winds to the southeast. It's mostly south, but it's on the east side of the mountain and kind of winding down.
So we'll keep that cardinal direction in mind and just head back to the horses.
Mhm.
Okay.
I mean, you have a solid idea of where you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It would just take a little bit of survival or tracking to get you back here.
Okay. Do we want? I'm all for it.
Yeah, let's get our horses and ride out and figure out how to.
Or should
Come
we
back
go
around.
back to Y first and make sure the
Well, they're fine.
You just know that there is a path for you to come back.
Yeah.
You
Right.
just have to be on that side of the mountain. That's all.
We can go back to
I
Y,
could
make sure our people are okay.
check and see if
a
anybody
little
in my
research on the
order
symbol.
knows anything about the symbol.
yeah. Yeah, that might be a good starting point.
Come back.
They're fine. No, I'm just kidding.
Try to make me nervous here. Yeah, I think that would be a better idea. And we can get more properly equipped for
Another
longer
journey out.
journey.
Yeah, because I'm running kind of low in rations too. So
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
From the amount of stone that they're apparently bringing out of this, it does seem like there's a lot of mining happening here.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
At least it's a mutual exchange.
Yes, actually, that I was happy to see. They're vastly more taken care of than I expected them to
Someone's
be.
very interested in finding whatever this spike is.
And throwing money.
Might if there's other mines in the area that
Oh, I'm sure
have
there are.
the same interest.
interesting. I'm really
So
curious.
if that's the case, yeah, if we head back to Y, we can at least see what town or what villages are that way. That might be a good stopping point or waypoint because they're going to have to offload or ship or do something with all these crates, where it's going, and then we can just follow the trail from there.
Yes, and I have an idea. What color were the crystals in that area?
Me?
Yeah,
What task?
I want one of those shock factor something further down the line. But that and a bit of wire make me a little pendant that I can put right here.
I could do that. Yeah, I could do that. I do have a jeweler's background and jeweler's tools.
Yeah.
I definitely
You'll
need
just
that.
That's cool.
need a place and time. It won't be a hard task.
Well, stuff like this that's mined from this area. I mean, I guess I could do it with the bloodstone too, but it would be interesting to see who happens to notice it or whose eye it catches, or
Oh, I see your angle.
Know what I mean?
Okay.
just surreptitiously wearing something or having.
So that may not catch anybody's eye. The geode is different though.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going back to Y then?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we
Apply.
can catch up to the cart somewhere along the way?
Maybe. If you ride hard. Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't been to
And
Sonora.
You find the cart drifting, rolling,
The horse
rolling
knows the way, but
lonely
there's nobody
and
with
on
it.
fire across the field.
Oh my gosh.
With tons of little arrows sticking out everywhere.
Well, the worst is occurred. No. All right, I'm on board for that. Let's do it.
Yeah. We can work on the pendant piece.
When we get back to
Whoever it was that sent us out, I don't remember the guy's name. you know, the
Oh, neither do I. Whatever.
person that gave us the missive, the
Mhm.
commander.
Okay.
I'd
That's not a
rather,
problem.
yeah.
Well, it'll only take me about a couple hours to do, I would think.
Okay.
All right. So you guys are done with the kobolds and you leave?
Yes.
Back get your horses?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
You guys get your horses and you get back on the trail. Back toward Y,
Mm-hmm.
skirting around Brusque, I assume.
Mhm.
Not going to
Mhm.
braid back through, right?
Mm-mm.
And it is 5:30. We want to wrap it there. How do you guys feel?
Yeah, it's good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's a
It's a
good
good
point.
stopping point.
And I don't think we have to be hidden at this point. do you think?
Mm-mm.
Well, as long as you.
Well, we're not going to go through Brusque. So.
No, we're not going to.
What you don't see is.
The kobold with murderous intent.
And it's funny, every time you talk about the symbol, all I see is Prince.
It's
Is the symbol for Prince.
Oh. For some reason, I see the symbol of pi.
Oh, funny. Yeah, I just keep seeing the
I remember
symbol
when I
for
said
Prince.
All right, so we're going to
Hi,
wrap it up there, folks. Anybody that has watched this far, we hope you've enjoyed.
Yes.
We will actually be back next week, I believe. That was the plan.
Yeah.
We don't. We aim for every other week, but we've had some schedule bumps, so we will be back next week, and we'll see where they go with their investigation. All right, you guys have a good night. I don't have the remote, so I'm going to wander back over here.
I have to laugh.
Kill things.
I titled this episode Rock Candy,
Mm-hmm.
literally out of nowhere. Had no idea. It was utterly random. I just was putting something stupid in the Go Live